Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston, Chapter 2, The Religion of the Celts, Ireland and the Celtic Religion. We have said that the Irish among the Celtic peoples possesses the unique interest of having carried into the light of modern historical research many of the features of a native Celtic civilization. There is, however, one thing which they did not carry across the gulf which divides us from the ancient world, and this was their religion. It was not merely that they changed it, they left it behind them so entirely that all record of it is lost. St. Patrick, himself a Celt, who apostolized Ireland during the 5th century, has left us an autobiographical narrative of his mission, a document of intense interest, and the earliest extant record of British Christianity. But in it he tells us nothing of the doctrines he came to supplant. Well, it actually took over 1,000 years in places, but we learn far more of Celtic religious beliefs from Julius Caesar, who approached them from quite another side. The copious legendary literature which took its present form in Ireland between the 7th and the 12th centuries, that's when they started to rule the country, though often manifestly going back to pre-Christian sources, shows us beyond a belief in magic and a devotion to certain ceremonial or chivalric observances, practically nothing resembling a religious or even an ethical system. Now, I hate to use the term magic as some sort of hate speech, like, oh, it's religion, that's not my religion. I don't like those sort of things. We know that certain chiefs and bards offered a long resistance to the new faith, and that this resistance came to the arbitrament of battle at Moyrath in the 6th century, but no echo of any intellectual controversy, no matching of one doctrine against another, such as we find, for instance, in the records of the controversy of Celsis with Origen, has reached us from this period of change and strife. The literature of ancient Ireland, as we have if not all of the now exposed dolmens, were originally covered. Okay, as we shall see, embodied many of the ancient myths, and traces appear of it in beings who must at one time have been gods or elemental powers, considered gods. But all has been emptied of religious significance and turned into romance and beauty. Yet, not only was there, as Caesar tells us, a very well-developed religious system among the Gauls, but we learn on the same authority that the British Islands were the authoritative center of the system. They were, so to speak, the Rome of the Celtic religion. What this religion was like, we have now to consider as an introduction to the myths and tales which more or less remotely sprang from it. Now, the holidays of Samhain, Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, Beltane, Aralitha, Lunasa, Mabon, at Madron. That's why these names are so considered, because the religions continued longer there.